Okay.
Click on local object. Okay, fine. So now what and all we need to do? Double click on this include. Go to the bottom of this page. Copy these two performs. Come back and paste it in your program. Comment the if condition in this. Again go inside the program. Comment the declaration of data part. For the session method, messages are not required. Only BDC data is enough. I have given BDC data internal table I have declared. Now I need to upload the flat file. To upload the flat file, I will declare a structure. So what is the first field? If you observe the screen, we have given KU and NR, correct? This is the first field. KU and NR. After that, BU KRS, KU and NR of length, type, C. This KUNNR means customer number which has a length of 10 digits, and BUKRS has a length of 4 digits. After that, here what is our KTO KD? Take this and put it. This is also having length of 4 digits. Type C, and then name 1. So what we have done, after giving these 3 in the first screen we have given these 3, and we went to the second screen. This is the starting of the second screen. Okay, so this is the screen number 100. This is screen number 110. This is the second screen. We went to the second screen, and in the second screen we have given the name 1.
Yes, sir.
So now let us see what is the length of this name 1.
30.
Probably 30. Let us see. Name 1 Sortel and PACH. So name 1 is 35. This is the one. Name 1, 35 is the length. Sortel is 10. Length is 10 here. So I'll take this. Name 1 and Sortel. because in the session method you need to mention the lengths exactly. Name 1 of 35, type C, SORTL of length, how much?
10.
10, yeah, type C. And after that, PFACH. Better I'll open KNA1 table in another session. PFACH. This is a PO box having a length 10. And ORT01, after PFACH, there is something called ORT01. So let us see what is the length of this ORT01. ORT01, 35 is the length. Okay. So now let us go to the program and give it. PFACH of length 10, type C.
What is
ORT01 of length 35, type C. Next, PSTL2 and land1 SPRAS. PSTL2, let us see PSTL2. PSTL2. PSTL2 is 10 and land1. Land1 is 3. Okay. And SPRAS is 1. This is SPRAS. SPRAS language key, this is the length 1. So PSTL2 of length 10, type C. Next one is land1 of length 3, type C. After that, SPRAS of length 1, type C. So what else we have given? After SPRAS, we went to the next screen. In the next screen, we have given transportation zone. Transportation zone is L zone. And after we have given reconciliation, that's it. So transportation zone, I'll put it L zone. Just check the length of this. L zone having a length of 10. having a length of 10. After that, AKONT. This screen we have given AKONT. AKONT we have given 125000. So I'll take this field AKONT. This is there in KNB1. Type C. Let us see what is the length of AKONT. So here is the AKONT length of 10. So here I'll give length of 10. Type C. End of whatever the structure name you have given. That after this, declare an internal table, data, I tab, type, table of file, and one work area. Type file. Now next step, create one parameters for the file input. Okay, parameters p underscore file of length, take some 130 or something else. Type C. So now add selection screen on value request for p underscore file. So for what is the purpose of writing this? To give the F4 help to the p underscore file. So I'll say perform get F4 help. Give something. Double click on this. So now here what I'll do, I'll call the function module. I'll go to pattern, call the function module. What is the function module name? F4 file name. Call this. So this function module will give the file name. Let us see how they have declared the file name inside the function module. Double click on this. Okay, so if you see, they have declared file name like IBIM params path. Copy this, come back, declare one variable in your perform, just similar to like that, data, file name, don't give like, give type, IBIM params path. Okay, so now otherwise you can say what you can say is L underscore file name. This is a local variable, so I am putting L underscore file name. So here comment this, uncomment this importing file name. Whatever the variable you have declared this, just give it here. So that what will happen, this will come and the file name will come and sits in this local variable. After getting this file name, what you need to do, p underscore file, that means parameter which we have declared, fill the parameter with this value. So now your parameter will get the file name. So now we are done with that. Now see, this include, we have already copied the performs, we have already copied the data declarations, so no need of this include, just comment this. Come to the startup selection. In the startup selection, perform upload file. Upload file, that means whatever is there in the flat file, you need to upload it first. So what is the function module we are using to upload the file which is there on the desktop?
GUI upload.
GUI upload, correct. So now what I will do, go to the pattern. So here GUI upload. So what all we need to pass to this, we need to pass the file name, okay? But if you go inside the GUI upload, the file name was given as a string.
Yes, sir.
So see how they were declared file name type string, okay? So now what I will do, if I give p underscore file here, p underscore file is a character of 130 length, correct? We have declared character 130 p underscore file. See, this is the one, p underscore file of length 130 of type C. But file name should accept the string, okay? In GUI upload, file name should be string. If you pass the character to a string to the function module, it will go for a dump. So what you need to do, declare one variable here which is like a string, data L underscore file type string, string. So L underscore file, yeah, tell me.
Can we declare a parameter as a string?
No. You cannot declare parameter as a string. Why? Because the output length you should specify. Then only the parameter output box will come.
Okay.
String means it will take the length dynamically. It cannot take some default length. And so I'll take this L underscore file. I'll give it here. File type ASCII file. Hash field separator. Yeah, our file has a field separator as a tab delimited, so I'll give here X. So nothing else is required. Into which internal table you want to upload? I want to upload it into iTab. Give name. And now enable all exception messages. So now file upload part was done. Now we need to do the BDC. Perform BDC session. You give some name. So whatever the small performs are there, all small performs I will copy now and put it onto that BDC session. So this is the procedure to create a single customer. So I want to create multiple customers now. So I'll say loop at iTab into work area, refresh BDC data, perform open group is not required, comment this. In the first screen, KUNNR value again. So instead of this, I'll say work area hyphen KUNNR. View cares work area hyphen BUK others. KTOKD, work area hyphen KTOKD, work area hyphen name1, work area hyphen sortal, work area hyphen PFACH, work area hyphen ORT 01, work area hyphen PST L2, work area hyphen land1, work area hyphen spras. What else we have given? Transportation zone, work area hyphen L zone, and finally reconciliation account group. AKONT. So finally you perform close group, no need of this, comment this. Perform BDC transaction using HD01, this is also not required, comment this. You say here end loop. So now we are using BDC call transaction, session method. When you are using BDC session method, what to do? Before the loop, you need to call the function module BDC open group. Call this function module BDC open group. So to this client is SIMANDT. SIMANDT means current client. What is the client? Current client 800. Okay. Destination is not required. You give the group. Give any name. Okay. So I give here something like test or something, whatever it may be. Hold it. I'll give side item, that means current day. Keep should be X. If you don't give the keep is equal to X, once you process the session won't exist. User uname program cprobe. That's enough. So then enable exceptions and messages. So this part is done. After the loop statement, end loop statement, you need to call the function module BDC close group. There is nothing to give in BDC close group, just enable exceptions and messages. And here see, just before end loop statement, generally we will try to call transaction syntax here. At the same place, you call another function module called BDC insert. The BDC insert table, you need to tell BDC insert function module, you need to tell what is the function module you are, what is the transaction code you are looking for? Actually, we are creating the customer. So which transaction code we are going? X XD01, correct?
Yes.
And CTA comes, nothing was required. Here Dynapro tab is BDC tab. BDC tab. All the small performs here, all these performs will fill the BDC tab. So we will fill this BDC tab. Finally, enable the exceptions and messages. Okay, so once, see here, finally, if you want to give some message, you can give some message also here. Like once you close the session, here I will write else. Else means what? If size of version not equal to 0, if this function module was not executed correctly, give some message. Else, I will say message, message some information message I will give with 00I002 of some message group. I will give some C5 get session created, CREATED. Okay, session created. You can give some message like this. So save it, check it. BDC tab, you put brackets because BDC tab is declared with the header line. BDC, it's not BDC tab, it's BDC data, it seems. BDC data. The internal table name is BDC data, not BDC tab. Save it, check it, activate, and execute your report. Now, let us go to the flat file. Yesterday we have created some flat file, correct? Let us
Yes.
go to that. The same flat file we can give, but only the thing is, already these customers are created, so we need to change the customer numbers. Then the new customers will be created. So 45 is created. I will make it as 46, 47, 48. I'll take some three customers. So now click here to browse the file. Go to the desktop. BDC recording. And now execute. So you are getting message session created. Okay. So once the session is created, where to go? Go to SC35, SM35 transaction. So here test was coming up. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is having a log date. What is the log date? Side item. Current date. Current date is 2/3/2011. So first unlock this. Once you unlock, the log date will go away. Then click on lag release. Click on this. Release it. Now process it. How you want to process? You want to process in foreground or background or screen? Will process in foreground. Okay. So click on process. So it's coming up here. Wait, it was taking some wrong values, it seems. it's taking some wrong values. Why? Because in the flat file you have field names as a first record. If you observe, I'll just take you into the flat file. You have a field names as the first records. It was coming up with those records. So I'll just say /n. It will come up with the second record. See, this is the second record. Okay, so it is having this value 91246,000. Continue. So it's coming up, coming inside and filling the details. So next, it was filling the transportation zone. So reconciliation account also it's filling. It will be coming out now, and it will go in with the next record. That is 91247 will come next. Yeah, see 91247. Okay, so like this, your session method will work. Okay. So previously we got the problem because we recorded the issue, that means a transaction in one server, and we try to create a program in another server. The settings are different between both the servers. So that is why we got the conflict. Got it? So this is how you need to go for a session method. So at the end, what happened? There is a overview here. You see, the session is ended up with some errors. It's saying the session is ended up with some errors. Actually, there are 4 records in the flat file. One went to the error, and another 3 were successfully processed. This tick mark looks tick mark. If the tick mark is there, that those many records were successfully created. If the error, this is the error. These many records are having error. Why this was having error? We know because first record is having the field names. It's taking the field names as the input values. So the first record went to the error. Correct. So now, what is the advantage of session method over the call transaction? This is very typical interview question. In interviews, most of the times you will get this question. What is the advantage of call transaction? Session over call transaction. If you remember, in the call transaction method, we are using BDC MSG call. That means one message table, one internal table for messages we are using, and then we are capturing the messages. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Remember?
Yes, sir.
But
Next time.
in session method, in the session method, messages will be automatically stored. Say for example, see this is the session. Correct? If I want to see the messages, just double click on that, and here there is something called log. Okay, go to this log. Here the messages are there. See, first transaction is a error. Okay, after that, customer has been created for the company code 1000. See, this customer, next customer has been created, next customer has been created. Like this, you will get messages in session method. So no need to write a separate logic to capture the messages in the session. Session method. If you go to the SM35 transaction, you can see the log. Okay. So this is how you can go for a session method. Just give me 1 minute. So next we will go with the application server details. Okay. Give me 1 minute. So yeah, hello.
Yes.
So we'll start with the application server details now. So what is this application server? What is this story? That means, see something what will happen. There are some 1 lakh records you need to upload through BDC program or through some LSW or some whatever it may be. You need to upload huge amount of data, bulk amount of data. It will take maybe some 6 hours or 7 hours, maybe more than that. Now, will you sit all the time in front of your system by switching on your desktop? You will not switch on. Maybe you will be going out. Maybe sometimes you won't be there before the system. Correct? Your system may be shut down. These cases will happen. Okay. So what SAP will do is SAP will put the data in a central location. Okay, which is called application server. For every, say for example, every server has its own application server. The transaction for the application server is AL11. AL11 is the transaction to see the details of application server. Right now what we are doing, some text file is there on our desktop, correct? So in the desktop I have some records. I am uploading that text file by using the function module. What is the function module I am using?
GUI upload.
GUI upload, correct. So now what the customer will do, he will not give you the text file to put on your desktop. Customer will upload the file into the application server, and he will say in the application server the file is placed on so and so forth in the particular path. Take the path from the application server and then execute. The advantage of application server is, even though your desktop is switched off, even though your system is switched off, application server means main server, it is running 24 hours, so your program will work. Okay, so that is the advantage of application server. See, if you see in the AL11 transaction, all these are called directories. Directory ARTA, directory binary, directory data. So all these are different directories. Generally, in any server, we can find out this directory temp. This is a temporary directory. Okay, we can find out this, and there is something called SAP users. You can also find out it in any directory. That means tomorrow if you go to the office also, means some organization also, there you can find out this directory temp, directory SAP users, directory home, somewhere home will be there. Yeah, this is the one, directory home. These are the directories which will exist in any application server. So now I'll double click on this directory, see SAP users. I'll double click on this. In this directory, what are all there? Directory is just like a folder. A folder contains files. Directory means it's nothing but assume that this is a folder. Okay, and these are the files which are there in the particular directory. Say for example, if you want to see the data what is there in this particular directory, then double click on this. So this is the data which is there in particular file. So this is the directory name dot slash. This is the file name. Okay. So what your customer will do, your customer will put the file into the application server directory, and he will give the application server directory and file name. Got it what I am saying? Okay. So now sometimes what customer will do, he will give the file to you and he will ask you to put the file into the application server and then run the program. Okay. So the BDC session, that means open session, close session, insert session, or looping the itab, everything is same. But previously our file is there in the desktop. Now our file will be there in the
Application server.
application server. Application server. Now how to get the data from the application server? This is the first question. Previously, how we are getting the data from a desktop by using the function module
GUI upload.
GUI upload. Now, first what I will do, I will put the data into the application server. I have a flat file. I will put the data into the application server. Okay. So now let us create a small program to put the data into the application server. So what program we are trying to create? My file is there in the desktop. I'm trying to put the data into the application server. So I will say Z presentation to presentation server means your desktop or your C drive or your D drive, that is called presentation. Application server means central location. Okay. So first, what is there? Your file is there in your desktop. In this program, what this program will do? The file which is there in the desktop, it will take the file and put it into the application server. Okay. So first, your file is there in the desktop. Your file has this structure. Okay, these fields. So create one structure with these fields. No need of this BDC data now. Create one internal table and work area which is of having the same structure, similar to like this. Parameters p_score file, this is required, and we will also have this F4 help for this file name. So these two small performs are not required now. I'll remove this. This is for F4 help, let it be there. This is upload file, let it be there. And this is for BDC session. I don't want this. I'll remove this. Now observe the program. What are all there in our program? We have one structure which is same as that of your file there on your desktop. We have created one internal table and work area with the same things. One p_score file. Okay. Parameter input box and F4 help for that input, and then upload file. Perform BDC session. This is for the BDC program. It's not required. So we are uploading the file. Okay. So when uploading the file, where our file data will come, our flat file data will come into the internal table. Getting it?
Okay.
So now, once the data comes into the internal table, then what we'll do? We will loop the internal table and put it into the application server. This function module, why we are using, I'll write a comment line here. To upload flat file from desktop to internal table. Correct? For this purpose, we are using GUI upload. Now, once you get the data into the internal table, so now put the data from the internal table to application server. Okay, now I'm going to do this here. What to do? Loop at first what you need to do is you write this syntax: open dataset file name. You give the file name. Maybe I'll give the file name in single quotes. This is a directory. Dot slash is the directory. I have shown you, correct? Dot slash is one of the directory. And file name you can give cust data dot txt. You can give any file name. Okay. So I have given open dataset file name. For you need to say input or output. Now what you are doing? You are trying to put the internal table data into the application server. So you need to say for output. That means internal table data. Whenever the internal table data is going to application server, you need to say output. Open dataset file name for input in text mode. There are two types of modes are available: text mode and binary mode. You can give a text mode or binary mode. And encoding default. This is the syntax. So what is the syntax? Open dataset file name for output in text mode, encoding default. After this, what happened? After this step, in your application server, a file will be created and file will be opened. Once the file is open, loop the itab into work area, loop at itab into work area, transfer work area to the file name. What is the file name? This is the file name, correct? And loop. So what we are doing in my internal table, I have some 10 records. So I am taking each record into the work area and putting each record into the application server. Okay. Then close dataset file name. So this is the syntax. So if you write these three steps, then what will happen? The internal table data will be placed into the application server. Save it. Check it. Activate. Okay. So now I'll go to the flat file. I'll go to the flat file. Here 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 is already done. So here I'll give 9, 50, 51. I'll give the new customer numbers here. I'll go to my report. I'll execute. Take the file from the desktop. The desktop file is there. So what is the file name? BDC recording. Yeah, take this file and execute. Okay, so this was executed. Once it is executed, what you need to do? Go to the transaction AL11. AL11. Go to the application server. In the AL11, where is the dot slash directory, correct? Dot slash, see, this is the dot slash. This is the one, dot slash. Double click on this directory. See, here, the file, cust.data.txt. This is the this is the name, file name we have given, correct? So this is the server time now, to 2/3/2011, that means current date. So with this date, one file was created in this directory. Let us see what is there in this file. Double click. Okay. So whatever data we are giving in the text file, that was coming and sitting in the application server. Okay. So getting it, how to upload the data from your desktop or your presentation server to the application server. This is how you can upload.
Okay.
Okay. So generally customer, what he will do this part. But sometimes you also need to be do. You also will get this requirement. He will ask you to put this file into the application server. So then you might know this. Okay. Fine. So the next step is, now we have done a BDC program, correct? BDC session method we have done.
Yes.
So now do the same BDC session. Instead of taking the file from presentation server, take the file from the application server. Getting what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
So today we have done a BDC session program, correct? So what is the program name? I forgot.
Ztest.
Ztest BDC.
Ztest.
Ztest, huh? No.
Cust. Zcust. Customer.
Yeah, Zcust.
Customer BDC session.
Zcust BDC session. This is the program we have done, correct? In this program, what we are doing? Perform upload file. In this upload file, you are using a GUI upload. GUI upload function module will upload the file from the desktop or your presentation server. Okay. But now our file is there in the application server, correct? So now I want to take the data from the application server into the internal table. I tap. I don't want this L_score file. That means my desktop file is coming up into the internal table. I don't want this. How to do? How to do means I'll do this here. Just see BDC session from application server. So the entire process is same. Here upload file has all these things. I don't want this now. We'll upload the data only if the file is there in the application layer. That means application server. So upload file, I'll write a new logic here. So what is that logic means? Again, open dataset, file name. What is the file name? / cust data, cust data .txt for previously. Yeah, now this is input. In the previous program we are doing the reverse. We are putting the data from the internal table to the application. At the time you need to give output. But here what we are doing, we are getting the data from application to the internal table. So I'll give here for input in text mode, encoding default. The syntax is common. and then finally close dataset and file name. Okay, so now read dataset, file name to work area into work area. This is the syntax. Read dataset file name to the work area means what will happen? The first line of your application server will come and sits in the work area. Okay. So how many times I need to do like this?
Till there are all records completed.
How many records will be there in my flag file?
Now 4 records are there.
For now, 4 you know, but sometimes there may be 1,000 or 10,000 or 1 lakh. How to control? So what you'll do?
You can
Put here do loop. Do, okay, and do. Infinite do loop I am putting. Okay. So now here after this statement I am checking the size of RC. If psi sub RC is equal to 0, that means record successfully came to work area. Read dataset means what will happen? This particular application server record will come to the work area. Correct? If record successfully came, then what I will do? Append work area record to the internal table.
Yes.
Okay? Clear? Work area. Okay, so this is what I will do. Suppose read data set will not work. Say for example all the records it read and finally there is no more record to read in the application server. Then it will come here. The cursor will come here. Once the cursor comes here, yeah, exit. So this is the logic. Okay. So this is how you can read the data from the from the application server to the internal table. So what I will do? I'll save it. Check it. Back to it. If you forget to put this exit now, then what will happen? This loop will run infinite times. The program will never come to an end. Now I'll put a breakpoint to show what's happening. I'll execute this. No need to give any file name because the file was now coming from the application server. We have hard coded the file name. So now see, it is coming to the close dataset file name. I'll say 5. So now if you look into the iTab, iTab is filled with 4 records which were there in the application server. See, these are the 49, 50, 51. These are the records which were there in the application server. So once you get the records into the iTab, the remaining process is same. Loop at iTab, call this BDC open session, close session, etc., etc. Those are same. Okay. Only the process differs how to get the data. Whether you are getting data from presentation server or whether you are getting the data from application server. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
So after this, if you click F8, again the cursor will go, session is created. Go to the SM35 and process the session. So process this session, release this look, release and process. Okay, you can process in display error screens. Now I don't want to display all the screens. I want to go through error screens. Okay, Otherwise, I go in a background. Nothing will shown to you. Finally, the result will come to you. So click on process. So just wait for the few moments. Here, now if you see the process, in process, already it's processed. Okay, fine. This is process now. Incorrect. Yeah, this is incorrect. So see in the text again, one record is going wrong and 3 records are executed perfectly. One record means the first record which is having the field names that was going wrong, and all the other 3 records are correct. And so you want to see what are all the customers created. Double click on this session and go to the log. Then so this is first time there is a transaction error. Second time onwards these customers are created. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what about your BDC and like how the data from the presentation server and application server. So there is some other small part in BDC, but what I will do, I will try to create one specification. You got the specification from Rajkumar and practicing it.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so are you able to follow that?
Sir,
No, sir, fully.
that we can understand, sir.
Oh, one program only. Both documents has only one program. Both documents are only for one program.
One program only, sir. The
Sir,
link and some help, sir, hints, and we need to some more clarification over that.
Fine. So anyway, first of all, you are able to understand like from which table you need to fetch the data, these kind of details. Are you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Between these tables.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So similarly, what I will do, I will try to give a specification for BDC also. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So BDC, what you need to do, a program which involves both call transaction and suggestion as well.
Okay, sir.
So I am preparing the specification right now. I may be completed by this weekend. Maybe this Friday I will give it to the Rajkumar. Okay.
Okay,
So you
sir.
collect it from the Rajkumar and practice it.
Okay, sir.
Because if you practice, that is like something like a small project experience for you. Like
Okay,
the
sir.
application which was really we are creating in a real time, that you can practice it. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Fine. So with this, we will conclude with the BDC, and in the next class, we will go with the something called scripts.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, I'm having one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Till now we are uploading only data like tables.
Correct. Table.
Means
Table means.
Excel file having a data.
Correct.
Okay, na, sir.
Yeah.
If we want to upload some brochure like or catalog like data, what we need to do, sir? It is having the text.
Which is having only text,
Only text.
without any fields.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Then tell me what to do. You need to tell me. It's a simple. It's having declare one structure with only one field, which is of
Yes,
type
sir.
string, which is type
Yeah.
string.
Okay, sir.
Then upload it. Got it? What I'm saying? Only one field.
Okay.
Brochure means you don't have any column, only one field. Assume that everything is coming under only one field.
Okay, sir.
Type string.
That brochure may also contain some tables and figures.
Everything will come. See, even if you can also upload a PDF document or some scan files, everything you can upload.
Okay, sir.
Now I told you open data set and this input and output, correct? Application server.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Using this, you can even upload a PDF files, even upload an Excel file directly. Everything you can upload
Okay, sir.
directly.
And
What I'm saying. But if you want to split the content inside the document, only this way. Whatever we are doing now, that
yes,
way
sir.
we need to do. Say for example, here you want to split. You want to know what is the value. This value separately you want to get it. This value, you guys value separately you want to get it. Correct?
Yes, sir.
In this case, you need to follow the same way what we are doing right now. But if you want to upload the full document and download the full document as a string, as a whole content, okay,
Yes.
then there is no need of splitting the structure and all. You can just assume the only one field is there and upload it with a type string.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe I'll show you whenever I'll get some time. I'll try to download and upload one PDF file into the application server and I'll show it to you. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. Then. Fine. So we'll meet in the next class. But come little early. I want to start at 8 o'clock. Please come early. Okay.
Okay.
As soon as you come, just inform behind so that I'll start immediately. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Definitely.
Yeah. Fine. Bye.